You guys and girls didn't think a little back trouble was gonna keep me out for long, did you? Let's go shopping. And yes, there is a Gap Bolo. You just never know. Stay tuned. All right, this trip, there's a couple of things I'm looking for if I can find it. Halloween related items, I'm going to start hitting that hard. I know we are like 3, 4, 5 months away from that, but it sells year round and it's going to approach quickly. So I'm looking for that. I'm also looking for back to school. Back to school is going to kick in here in the next 6 weeks. So any back to school related items that I can find that makes sense, I'm going to start picking them up too. I always start with shoes when I'm in this location. Found a pair of Toms here. I don't know how exactly to describe these. They're kind of boho, southwestern, Aztec-y. I couldn't find a very similar comparable on that, but they were super clean. They're a women's size 6. I'm going to list them for $30, not knowing any better. My comp research here might change the price, based on what I find, but we'll put those at 30. This is a pair of Nikes. These are free 5.0s, but there are 7 listed with no sales in the last 90 days, so they're in my cart, but I do pass up on those. This next pair, though, I'm definitely keeping these one. These are Nike Free Run Flyknits, style number 942839-101. This is $30 to $35 right there. They're a men's size 10. And then this pair here, this is a recent pair of Nike Air Zoom Pegasus. They're the 36 model. BQ5403-600. Great pair right there. Actually, Joyce, shout out to you. You're the one that found those for me. They are a size 9.5. There was a similar comp that sold for $32, so that's where I'll price that at. Got a Patagonia shirt here. There is a recent sold comparable on this exact shirt for $35. It's Capilene. It's UPF 50, color green. Says Defend Public Lands, obviously. And 2 of them have sold in the last month or so, but the most recent one was, I think, $35 to $40. So that's where I'm going to price that shirt at right there. So right off the bat, we have some really good brands with great sell-through rate for all of the items with the exception of the Toms that I couldn't really describe. If anybody has better keywords for me other than Aztec, Southwestern, and the like for those, please let me know because I am at a loss doing my research, even with Google Lens. That was a nice pair of Nikes, but they were busted up in the back, so had to pass up on those. But those would have been great, at least visually, if they were in decent condition. Pair of Toms, maroon color, kind of too basic for me, so I passed up on those. I noticed a lot of what looked like Birkenstocks this run that were not Birkenstocks, just a lot of kind of copycats. And I do like picking up Birkenstocks even in, decent condition because they still sell. This was a pair of Chewbacca slippers. Those were kind of funny, but I only saw one of them, so passed up on those. So we're doing pretty good so far. Next item here is something that I didn't see a ton of. Now it's an LL Bean full-length raincoat windbreaker, very, very light. It's a great size because it is a men's XL tall. It actually fit me perfect. I'm 6'2", so it fit me really well. But you see a lot of women's raincoats in LL Bean selling, but I saw a recent comp for a brand new one that sold like in the $40 to $50 range. So I have to believe, because you don't see men's full-length raincoats from LL Bean that often for resale, that I can get $35 to $40 for that. So that's going to come home with me. It is not really a seasonal item, although I have a feeling it might sell in the fall a little bit better. We have summer coming up, so maybe it'll take a little while, a little bit longer to sell than it normally would, but I'm still going to bring that home. Proper cloth. I didn't look this up in store, left it behind, and I'm glad I didn't, because my research at home said that that's not a Bolo brand, so you can pass those shirts up as well. I don't do a ton of dress shirts anymore, just not something that I source within reason. There's always a few exceptions, so but dress shirts for the most part I'm passing up on. This was a Nike, like that green Nike top. I didn't think there was any value there, so I left that. Pillowcases, if you can find some good Polo Ralph Lauren, that's something to pay attention to, but I didn't see any there. So there is a Bolo in this bin that is coming up here that's pretty exciting. And the funny thing is, if you guys have been following me and you saw me source the Band Grail t-shirt, the Poison t-shirt. It was in this exact bin in this exact location. So there must be something going on. Shout out to you, Brittany. We were talking about this in store when we were there. I'm sure you remember it, but it's this right here. Cool. So this looks close to an Interceptor. It's a quarter zip and it's a men's size XL. The thing that is tripping me up a little bit is the Interceptors have the Kuhl logo on the left sleeve nowadays, and you can see that there's no logo on that one right there. That logo is on the back of this fleece. So I'm not exactly sure that this is the Interceptor. It could be something different. As it stands, it's a men's XL. It's in excellent condition. It's going to land anywhere between $40 and $60. So a very lucky bin and an awesome find. I was happy with that. And again, even though we're going into summer, because I source by brand, that is a no-brainer. Every time I see Kuhl, I pick it up no matter what season. So good find there. This is a shirt here that doesn't really have any value, and I'm just trying to double down on this bin because it has really kind of produced where some of the other ones may not be. And one is not a Bolo brand, at least not in my experience, so I passed that one up here. This is some old linens, but they were a little bit too stained. If those were brand new, that would have been something to check out, but those were pretty damaged. I couldn't see a brand on here. For me, if a brand doesn't readily identify itself quickly, I move on. These felt nice. I don't know if they're like army shorts or whatnot, but I passed up on those because I couldn't really find what brand it is, and time is money when I'm in there. I only like to spend a couple of hours when I'm at the bins, and it's getting close to the 11 o'clock hour, so I gotta go and keep it moving. But what I'm looking for now is some back to school items, especially backpacks, and I'm gonna come up on a few here that are all Bolos that I want you folks to keep your eye out as well. So North Face should be an obvious one. This is the Jester. I don't pick this up because I'm not satisfied with the cosmetic condition. It just looks like it's something that would probably take me a little bit too long to clean. This REI backpack though, this one I am going to bring home. So if you just search REI backpack in the color red, you'll see 22 current listings, but 42 have sold for that keyword in the last 90 days in various sizes, various shapes. So I did see an exact comp for that one sell for $30. And so I'm going to price mine somewhere around there, probably $30 for that backpack. So that's an indicator based on the list to sell ratio that people are looking for red REI backpacks. And I like that one. It was pretty clean. So we're going to take that one home. The next one here is a Marmot Gunnison. It's 35 liters. This was very clean. Has a little compass attached to it. I'm going to list this one between $35 and $45. And then the next one is this Timbuktu. This is a Bolo brand. Unfortunately, it has Google branding on it. This bag is called the Division. It's a 22 liter. I'm going to list that one for $40, and I'm not going to spend a single second trying to get rid of the embroidery. That would be a complete waste of my time. I know there are people that do that, and it is possible, but I'm just going to leave the Google branding on it and take my chances on it, and it will delay what otherwise would be a fast sale. So I'll probably have to sit on that bag a little bit longer, but I still think that it will sell for around $40. The Divisions are about, I'm going to say $120 brand new retail MSRP if you were to buy them on the website. So I think $40 is okay for that one. I saw a Coach purse here. It looked nice. It looked real. It was kind of a basic looking bag. And at the end, I tossed it in my cart because I think maybe one of the ladies who specialize in bags that I see at this location might be interested in it. But when I looked inside the bag, it was pretty dirty, and I just didn't think there was any value there. So they passed that up. I passed that up as well. But if you total it all up, and I didn't feature every single thing that I brought home this trip in this video, although I am going to show you something here at the end, but it was about $300 in all of those items if you total them all up. So, all right, I'm going to show you one of the Bolos that wasn't featured in the video that I did source at the bins. Who knew I would source an item from Gap? So this is a pair of bootcut, genuine leather pants. They are a women's size 2, and this is a Bolo. This is an item that you want to be on the lookout for. Genuine leather, and one of the keywords that I'm going to use In addition to that is Y2K. Y2K is a trending keyword according to eBay, and I believe that these are vintage from around that period, so that will work out well. But these were very, very clean, and I mean, you know, a pair of genuine leather pants from the Gap. I didn't even know they made those. So they look great top to bottom, and I think I can get between $40 and $50 for these. The price ranges are kind of all over the place, and again, these are a size 2. They're a little bit smaller, but I think $40 to $50 is probably where these are going to land. This was another excellent bolo, so please keep your eye out for leather pants from the Gap, of all places. Obviously, I am upright, feeling better, back hanging in there, but I appreciate each and every one of you. You just never know what you're going to find when you go to the bins. Brendan here, Dad Planet. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And hit that like button if you like what you saw or you learned something today, and then always consider becoming a member of the Dad Planet family by subscribing and hitting the bell notification icon so that you know every single time I upload a video to YouTube. That's it. That's all I have for you. I'll see you in the next video.